Hello, Nez Nation. Hello, welcome to the show Mindset Live. This is your host, Professor Nez. I am so excited to see you. And I wanted to talk a little bit about what is empathy. First off, I just want to say I miss you guys. I haven't been on here for a while. Let me know if the audio is coming in here. Hold on one second. Let me just double check. I am so excited. Okay. Looks like we're good. I didn't really advertise this show, but I just wanted to get on here and talk a little bit about, just share a really quick story. I don't have a ton of time, but if you're on here, please join us. Welcome to the broadcast, and make sure that you please let me know where you're joining us from. Let me know where you're watching from. It's always so exciting to see that and watch that. Welcome to Mindset Live. Those of you on Twitter, I'm also broadcasting on Twitter as well. Those of you on Twitter, let me know if you can hear me. Let me know how it's coming through. And thank you for joining me. So I wanted to share a story about this. I was talking to my class, and I had a very interesting class. This was my storytelling class. I welcome your comments, and I welcome your questions. Just let me get through this story, and I'll talk a little bit about why empathy is so important and why this is something interesting. And please share this out if you wouldn't mind. It would mean the world to me. So happy St. Patrick's Day, by the way. I'm wearing green. Professor Nez is wearing green. So that's I'm not drinking this, even though this looks like I'm drinking. This is actually green iced tea. See, I'm all greened out today. I have a storytelling class that just a really powerful group of students, and they just absolutely knock me on my butt. And something that is really interesting is that hold on a second, I'm getting a little bit of a message here. Keyframe sequence. Okay, something technical is happening. So it looks like I'm just going to be going live. Okay, recommended bitrate. We recommend they use a stream bitrate of 2500. Oh, okay. All right, so it's not. Let's see if this is even coming through. Let me know if this is coming through. Happening. So it looks like I'm just going to be going live. Okay. Well, hopefully this is coming through. If you're watching, please leave me a chat or something, and I would really appreciate it. Anyway, so in my storytelling class, well, it kind of bums me out. So maybe what I'll do is this. I'll go back and change the settings. Yeah, so why don't I do that? I'll just stop this. And coming up, we're going to talk about empathy. I promise. I hope. Okay, it says it's resumed. So I hope you guys can see me. I hope it's working out. Hello in Twitterland. Anyway, so this will be a short broadcast anyway, so hopefully it won't be too disturbing. Looks like we're back on. Just give me a second to check. By the way, please leave a chat. Let me know. I can see. Just let me know if it's coming through. Twitterland. Anyway, so this will be a short broadcast. Okay, looks like we're good. So anyway, so in my storytelling class, I apologize for the technical difficulties, Nez Nation. So in my storytelling class, here was this, and this is why empathy is so important. Why empathy will not only help you in life, but it'll help you in your business, it'll help you in your relationships, it'll help you in making better decisions, it will help you in understanding behavior, which if you understand behavior, that has so many multifaceted benefits as well. Empathy. What is empathy? What the hell does that mean? So I have a storytelling class, and I think I've said that 100 times. And there's this one student who, he was kind of a big burly dude, sort of a muscle-bound, very hefty, tall shaved head, big beard, tattoos. If you were presumptuous and if you were judgmental, you would just think to yourself, oh boy, here's one of those guys, probably kicks ass on the weekends, eats a lot of raw meat, and probably has the sensitivity of a grapefruit, right? If you were being judgmental, which good thing Professor is not. I think one of the things about human beings is we rush to judgment even without any effort. It's an effortless judging that takes place. It takes effort to be conscious, to be aware that we're doing that. And so everybody in class had their turn to share their story with the class, and we did, what's called the fishbowl exercise, where we all basically, oh, and there it goes again. Bad video settings. What is happening here? Golly gee willikers. So I don't know why this is doing this. I've never had this problem before, so let's try and lower this to 2500 and see what happens. Okay, so anyway, if this isn't coming through on YouTube, I apologize. So everybody had their chance to, I just have to roll with it now. I just have to go with it. Hopefully this won't be so bad. Maybe it'll be really, really bad. But I guess that's the risk you take when you do these. So I apologize for the technical difficulties, everybody. So, everybody had their turn, and, it was his day. His day arrived to give his story, to tell his story. And he wrote a story. The narrative essay was the topic of the narrative essay was to write an essay about an incident that occurred in your life where, it resulted in some type of transformation, some type of transformational incident, a turning point in your life. And please be as descriptive as possible with the usual sort of parameters, concrete language, and, attention-grabbing intro and powerful ending and things of that nature. So I don't want to get too into that. And I apologize, YouTube Live, if the technical is not really coming through that well. Twitter Live, it looks like you're doing okay. Let me fix this really quickly. This is kind of funky. So, it was his turn, and he told his story, and it looked like, it was going to be. Nobody really expected much, based on the fact that, he was, he kind of had the typical, sort of very gruff and very standoffish. So we didn't think that this was going to be a very personal story. We didn't think that, most people in the class had a really personal story. And he wrote about his father. And he wrote about, not to give it too much away, but basically it was a really tragic incident with his father, whom he didn't get along with that well. And this tall, muscle-bound, tattooed, bearded, bald, 6'4", maybe 280, dude, okay, student, he began to share something so powerful and share such intimacy that he couldn't continue reading his story. He got so emotional reading his story that we had to stop. And in the middle of this classroom, in the middle of the evening, a night class, and God knows where, here we have this individual who literally turned, right before our eyes, turned into a 4-year-old toddler and just started wailing, crying, letting it all out. It was such a powerful moment. It was such a beautiful moment. I felt so, appreciative, and I felt for him, and I felt so, it was just one of those things where I was so blown away by how, he was so intimate with us and sharing so much with us. And Nobody would have ever thought that. Nobody would have ever guessed that. Nobody would have ever assumed that here this individual who had such, powerful biceps and nobody would have ever had such powerful emotions. And it was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. And it was something that I cherish. I feel really terrible right now because the audio and the technical settings are not there. But anyway, what is empathy? This will be one of those videos. Maybe I'll trash this video. I don't know. Putting yourself in somebody else's shoes. Everybody's struggling with something. Everybody's got something going on they can't understand. Everybody's just doing the best they can. What? You may have faithlessness in humanity. You may feel that everybody's out for themselves. You may feel that it's really easy to be presumptuous and judgmental, but you never know. You just never know. YouTube, just listen to the audio of this. The video is shot, but just listen to the audio. Hopefully the audio is at least coming through. Just turn off the video and just listen to the audio. Maybe let my voice soothe you. I really apologize. We all had a prejudgment about this individual, including the professor, including me. We all had preconceived notions, and they were shattered that evening when this individual completely broke down and revealed his vulnerable side and revealed his true nature and revealed something that nobody ever understood. And I think he even surprised himself. He was carrying so much pain. He was carrying so much locked inside, and the exterior was just really a false front. It was a false advertisement that, he was invincible and all is well, and that he was on top of it, and that he was this fortress, right? This impenetrable fortress of being. And inside was this 3-year-old toddler, this 4-year-old toddler, wailing, pleading, begging for attention, for help, for solace, for consolation, consoling, What is empathy? Empathy allows you to understand what another human being is going through. Empathy allows you to put yourself in another human being's position. And if you can put yourself in somebody else's shoes, if you can put yourself in somebody's perspective, if you can wear their eyes, so to speak, even if it's just for a couple of minutes, you may come to understand them a little bit better and then understand that, oh my God, nobody's free. Nobody's free from the tribulations, the trials, the vicissitudes, the ups, the downs, the good times, the bad times. Nobody's perfect. I think empathy is a wonderful tool for that. Okay, YouTube, just turn the video off. I'm not getting good video here. Just listen to the audio. It was such a beautiful example, and I wanted to share that with you guys because, everybody in the class, it was so beautiful. We all hugged and we all talked, and he started just opening up in new ways that we never thought possible. And what happens is it has this lasting effect. It has this reverberation. It resonates. And when you go out there, when we all left the class, I think the whole entire class looked at the world with a different pair of eyes. You see that person giving you stink eyes, or you see that rude individual in line at Starbucks, or you cross paths with that secretary who never returns your calls or always seems to give you a bad attitude. And you start to look at them a little differently. Maybe there's something going on there that actually has nothing to do with you. And with all probability, absolutely it has nothing to do with you. Empathy. Try practicing that. Especially the next time you run into some trouble with somebody. Any type of trouble, any type of drama, any type of BS. Think to yourself, well, there's a possibility maybe that individual's going through something that, they're experiencing some pain right now, which, in all likeliness, anybody who's thrusting attitude, pain, hate, anger, frustration at you, and it doesn't really resonate or have anything to do with you, more than likely they're experiencing something that they can't understand, or they're going through something they can't understand. More than likely it has nothing to do with you. That's all. I just want to share that. Practice this, Nez Nation. This is not something tenuous. This is not something woo-woo. This is not something, this is an outlier. This is an exception. This is exceptional. This is something that you can practice every single day. Practice. Practice looking at the world through another pair of eyes and just see what you see. Feel what you feel. And watch how it resonates. Watch how the fragrance of that lasts. It's a beautiful thing, and it'll help you in all facets of your life. Nez Nation, wishing you nothing but the best. I hope to see you guys really soon. I really am sorry about the stream, but please hit subscribe. If you like this, if you thought this was valuable, please share this. Follow, subscribe. It would mean the world to me. God bless, and I'll see you guys soon.